Morning. Welcome to Compliance Over Coffee. I've got my coffee here this morning and I haven't touched it yet. This morning's compliance is about bringing something new to your business and sitting down and having a think about what it is that you're doing at the moment and what else you can add. A lot of sources focus on the end fee, on the sourcing fee, which of course you don't get until the deal completes quite often, and it can be a long wait in between. So why don't you have a look at what other skill sets you've got, what other opportunities you've got, and potentially what other income streams you've got? Because a lot of people talk about multiple streams of income, and it is really useful that you can earn for different services, different offerings, other than just the end sourcing fee. So why don't you sit down with a piece of paper or a laptop, or whatever it is that you use. I quite often use a flip chart because I like to write the title down and then a column for pros and a column for cons. So positives and not so goods about each idea that I have. And sit down and have a think about it. And let's just think about one, shall we, at the moment, and some pros and cons to get you started. And I thought about what Tony and I used to do. We used to support our investors through the refurbishment project. And we used to do that for 10% of the cost of the refurbishment. There were lots of reasons why we ended doing it. One was the fact that our skill sets just weren't good enough. Two was it was a pain in the backside, and three, it really wasn't enough money for the hassle and the earache that you got when builders, electricians, plumbers, plasterers, and everybody and his dog didn't turn up and do what they said they were going to do when they said they were going to do it. But that's another story for another day. So have a look at, do you have the skill set for managing a refurb project? And it's not just about, are you capable of turning up on the day and walking around a building? Because for any refurbishment project, there are health and safety executive regulations. And I know that this is about regulations, but it's something that you guys need to be aware of, because a lot of sourcing agents offer this as a service and haven't got a clue what they're doing. And so they put the investor at risk, because there are some quite serious and heavy fines if failings are found for health and safety on a site. And that means even for painting and decorating, it doesn't have to be a back to bricks, roof off and everything else. It can be anything at all. So from my perspective, unless you've got a background in development, let's say you're an electrician, a plasterer, a brickie, a plumber, a joiner, someone that understands the skill sets that others have and understands about safety on site and can understand about the rulings for hard hat areas, for accident books on site, logging in, logging out, and everything that goes with it, then that kind of thing just wouldn't be for me. And I negated that and we stopped doing it. But there are other things that you can do instead. And so what Tony and I do is, instead of managing the site, which we don't do anymore, what we say is we won't manage it. But what we will do is we can bob down to site once a week with our phones and our cameras, and we can film progress. We're independent of the builder, because sometimes somebody on site can tell porcupines about where they're up to and what they've done. And most of our investors aren't local, so they couldn't just pop around once a week. And I'm sure that you're exactly the same. Can you offer the service where you could go around and, as an independent, for a fee, film the site for them once a week and send them the film to show them the progress, and then they can compare it with whatever the person who is managing the site has told them is happening or has happened? Could you do that for a fee? Wouldn't that be something that you could do as an extra fee over and above your sourcing fee? So that's just a couple of ideas and thoughts from me on the topic, from experience, from what we've done, where we've decided not to do it anymore, and how we've changed it, and how we've looked at bringing new things into the business. What other skill sets have you got? What other income streams could you build into your sourcing business? So that's it for Thursday morning. It's a little bit overcast here, but it's dry. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back with you again next Thursday morning as normal for more Compliance Over Coffee. Bye for now.